when did that happen? When did that ending occur? Let's go. So for the most part with this chapter, we got a little bit of an explanation as to how these Arrancar have returned and little bits like that. And the fight was going on, and it was just kind of like comedic, but the real value of this entire chapter was pretty much in the last page when GG or Sternritter Z or Zombie Jizz Dude, whatever you want to call him, reveals that he has a Hitsugaya zombie. First of all, if I'm correct, last time we saw Hitsugaya, if I'm correct, was he collapsed after fighting against Kongdu. If I'm not mistaken, that was the last time we saw him. So what the fuck happened in between then and now? Like, unless this is not really Hitsugaya, which I highly doubt that, because, I mean, GG up till this point hasn't shown any capabilities of, like, recreating different people, I don't think. So, Hitsugaya is dead, and seemingly Hitsugaya looks like, unlike the other, you know, zombies or whatever that GG has created, where they kind of look like themselves, but they're just not in control. Hitsugaya looks more along the lines of Bombietta, where she, like, stuffed and fucking gagged him up or some shit because his whole body is, like, black. Now, the only thing I can think of is either Hitsugaya is gonna be completely dead, which I don't see that happening off screen with Hitsugaya being completely dead for, you know, the remainder of the series. Like, I just don't see it happening. I think that there might be some sort of reverse way. I mean, at the end of the day, if Mayuri was able to bring back those Arrancar using their carcass from Xylapero's storage room, then I think that he's going to be able to find some way. I just don't buy Hitsugaya being dead for that shocked the shit out of me. That was a shocking ending, I'm not going to lie. The overall chapter, it was, for the most part, it was alright. I was going to come in here and say maybe 5 or 6 out of 10 or something. But that ending, though, that was a really twist that I did not see coming in. It's also setting up for Captain versus Captain, Mayuri versus Hitsugaya, which I never thought I'd see go down. But just what the fuck happened? If I'm not mistaken as well, Matsumoto was with him the last time we seen him. So either Matsumoto is a zombie as well, or GG came, took his body, knocked out Matsumoto, and then turned him into a zombie. I can't believe that one page actually, for the most part, becomes the focus of the entire review, because that was just like, holy shit. Because the rest of the chapter was kind of comedic. The Arrancar is getting up. I found it a little bit BS, to be honest with you, where the Arrancar was like basically owning Bombietta. Even though Bombietta is a zombie, the Sternritters have proven to be far above not even just the Arrancar, but the Espada for that matter. So a zombie Bombietta, and the zombie Bombietta, by the way, was, you know, pretty decently, you know, fighting, so to speak, when we've seen her fight. So how would these Arrancar be able to, like, just smash and mush her around and everything? That kind of seems a little bit BS in my opinion. Even if it's a zombie, like, it can't be that much weaker, like, compared to, especially the way she was fighting other captains and stuff like that. So I just don't see it making sense in that aspect. But the ending of the chapter, one hell of a fucking twist, leaving me curious as hell. Is Hitsugaya really dead? And how the fuck did it happen? And if so, does that mean Matsumoto's also dead? Kubo, you shocked the fuck out of me. Just gotta know real quick, I did like the little quick speech that Mayuri gave everyone, basically saying, you know, at the end of the day, we gotta go by the word of what the Captain Commander would say, and that's the Serete, we gotta protect it, and even if somebody turns a sword on us, you know, one of our own comrades, we gotta take them out. That's just how it is. So I kind of like that little reference. And overall, it started off as like maybe like I would have say besides that last page, it was like a fine, maybe like a 6 out of 10. It was funny for the most part, getting a little bit of combat, not much progression because I mean nobody is fallen yet in this chapter. But then the ending though definitely made it at the very least a good chapter and a surprising twist. So I'm gonna give this bad boy a 7.5 out of 10. Really interesting twist at the end, and I'm just like, I have to know. Fuck, why do I have to wait a week to find out is Hitsugaya dead or not? Kubo, don't play with me, bro. But let me know what you guys think about this chapter. For the most part, a simple one, besides the twist at the end, is like, first of all, what do you think about them kind of mushing around Bombietta? Do you think that was kind of BS? Also, with him getting them out of Xylapero's storage room, like, did Xylapero die after all these people's death to have them in the storage room, or were they just, like, dead body clones? Like, it kind of seemed a little bit odd. For me, it seemed as though he had, like, their dead bodies there hanging, but wasn't one of them, like, really fucked up and blown to, like, it kind of just seems a little weird. And what do you think about Hitsugaya? Does that mean Matsumoto's also dead, or is Hitsugaya even dead? Is that Hitsugaya is, like, a lot of questions right now. And just overall thoughts of the chapter, but that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, you can do so as well. That'd be awesome. I'm from that world, and as always, people, have an awesome day. When did that happen? When did that ending occur? Let's go. So for the most part with this chapter, we got a little bit of an explanation as to how these Arrancar have returned and little bits like that. And the fight was going on, and it was just kind of like comedic, but the real value of this entire chapter was pretty much in the last page when GG or Sternritter Z or Zombie Jizz Dude, whatever you want to call him, reveals that he has a Hitsugaya zombie. First of all, if I'm correct, last time we saw Hitsugaya, if I'm correct, was he collapsed after fighting against Kong Du. If I'm not mistaken, that was the last time we saw him. So what the fuck happened in between then and now? Like, unless this is not really Hitsugaya, which I highly doubt that, because, I mean, GG up till